Good morning, Westeros. We are back with another episode of World of Ice and Fire Reworked 5.0. Our returning champion will be Sir Ulrick, of course. He is going after the Sword Dawn because he wants to be the Sword of the Morning and hopefully avenge his foster daddy, Sir Arthur Dayne. How goes it out there in Planetos land? Do we have any... Hey, we've got a mentioner. We've got Death Dealer 542. Good morning, Death Dealer. Death Dealer, you're not one of the guys that play Star Citizen with me, are you? You don't go by like Death Dealer Badger or something like that in Star Citizen? I know a guy with a very similar name to yours. I don't think it's you, but I don't know. Never know. Never know. How you doing this fine morning, brother? Hail and welcome. You are the first chat of the day, so henceforth, for the rest of the stream, you will be known as number one. Hail be to you. Hail be to you. Sir Ulrick, of course, is on day 263. Hint, if you don't want to sell your prisoners, you can put them to work in the mines. Just remember to have enough guards. I don't like the balance of that recently, to be honest with you. All right, looks like we are in the town of Old Town. Are we reading a book? Yeah, we're reading a book. Good, good, good. All right, so we've got our armor equipped. Glory of glory. None of it gives us a negative modifier, correct? All right, we got to upgrade our mittens. Actually, I don't want the mittens. I want the plate. I think I lost to some pirates and they stole my plated gauntlets because I had plated gauntlets and I had better boots. I think they stole it. Thieving bastards. I went and destroyed the party of pirates after the fact, but in this mod, you don't get your stuff back when you destroy the party that stole your stuff. I don't like that. I like the mods where... Like, let's say some bandits defeated me and they stole my money and my gear, and then I defeat them, like, really soon after. I should get at least a chance to get back the things that they stole from me. I'm miserable AF, no money, and all the DLC for Total War Warhammer is on sale. Yeah, they got me. I just bought all the Mafia games, Mafia 1, 2, and 3, and the remastered versions for $23. So Steam has been very sneaky. I also bought all the Dishonoreds for, like, less than $5 each, which was a good deal. How much is it, man, for the Warhammer stuff? Because that DLC in those Total War games is legion. Like, you know, it's like hundreds of dollars. Like, I think I saw a pack for one of the Total Wars. It was like $1,000. Like, it's a lot of money, man. I don't know. The only way I could justify that is if it was like a business expense. Like if I was a Total War streamer and, you know, that's all I played or something. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. All right, do I have a... How much money do we have? We've got 29,982. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Do I have any quests? All right, so we've got the... So Lord Commander has passed away. The old one. Rest in peace, Lord Commander. And now there's a new Lord Commander, Jon Snow. So we've met Jon Snow, but not as Lord Commander, so we'll have to go help him out. Do I have any prisoners in my party? Negative. All right. So when I got defeated, I lost a lot of my companions. I can get them back, but, you know, so I don't have all my badass, like, I don't have my healer. Luckily, Ulrick is pretty high level. Like, he can get away with, like, emergency healer stuff. And he's a pretty good pathfinder, navigator, and all that. The other shitty thing is Hagen the Beautiful should be a navigator, but the guy who did Reworked didn't give her any navigation skills. I would have fixed that, but once you start a game, you can't fix skills and attributes. You can only fix them before a playthrough. It's kind of annoying. Then Sirio's a really good spotter tactic. Why isn't he good pathfinding? Usually spotting and pathfinding kind of go hand in hand. Hagen at least has some trade, which is nice. Alright. That's a companion, but she's super expensive and not worth it at all. So we will not be talking with her. There's nothing for me to buy. I've got fish. Let's buy another fish. Buy another one of those. How much cheese do we have? We got that much cheese. Let's buy another cheese. I try to have one of everything that doesn't go bad, unless I'm in a good mood. Like, we're in a good mood, so let's go ahead and get him some venison. And then let's grab some peaches and apples. For all the DLC for Warhammer 2 is about $68 with tax. Is that with the sale? That's not bad with the sale if it's a crap ton. Are you a big Warhammer guy, or are you just a big Total War guy, and Warhammer's one of your favorites for that? Because I really like Warhammer 40k lore. I don't have a PhD in it yet, but I watch videos every now and again. Like, I bought Mechanicus, which is a turn-based game. And I don't like those type of games, but I like the lore of Mechanicus. So I bought that. It was like $5. I think Cut Killing just bought Vermintide 2, which is like a Cacophony of Chaos type of game. I played it on stream one night. I don't own it. I think I played it on Xbox Game Pass, I believe. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, so my fleet is in King's Landing. I bought a cog on the west coast, it looks like. Let's go ahead and head that way. Gotta be careful if I get into a fight with anybody. I'll lose again. Why are you being raided? Oh, alright, so Dorne is at war with the Reach, right? I want Starfall, because that's the only way I can get Dawn, the legendary sword of House Dane. Now, we're House Bane, but we were raised at Starfall, the court of Sir Arthur Dane, while he was being a Kingsguard. We were an infant when he found us in the Kingswood Forest, our parents being butchered by the Kingswood bandits. We don't know exactly what happened at the Tower of Joy, of course. We wanted to talk to Ned, but baby, Ned is dead. So now we'll have to talk to Lord Reed. I believe he's the only living guy other than, you know, the three-eyed owl, I guess, that knows what happened at Joy. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should swear fealty to the Reach to get a chance to grab Starfall? What do you guys think? Because right now, we are just a lord with our own castle, but no king. We've got a little bit of right to rule. We've got like 30-something right to rule. Let's go look at Starfall's garrison. I wish there was a way to get Dawn without conquering Starfall, because it doesn't really fit the roleplay. Water reserves. Well, it's one of those random events that just take away morale for no reason. Alright, Starfall, what do you got going here? It won't let me see. There we go. So 283, huh? Alright, let's go hang out in Starfall, hang out with our family. Now, the Lord of Starfall is only 12 years old, so, you know, Starfall's being run by somebody else. Probably not of House Dane. Let's go ahead and rest up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where Dawn is once you conquer Starfall. A lot of people don't know how to find Dawn. I think in a Clash of Kings, there's a room for Dawn, and I think that's the way this game should do it, too. You know, there's just like a room specifically for Dawn, and it's laid out. Unless there is a Sword of the Morning, and then, of course, Dawn would be with them. But at this time, there is no Sword of the Morning. Arthur Dane, you know, passed away like 20 years ago or whatever. Or not passed away, but was killed in battle. But anyway, what you want to do is after you conquer this joint... Oh, can't go out that door. Fine. You want to go find Dawn. It's hidden in a chest in some bushes. So where you spawn, right here at the gates of the keep, head this way. Yeah. So head down that hill, go behind these buildings, and in between the outer walls and these buildings, you'll see a bush. And in that deep dog bush is the hard wood. And then there's a chest right here. So Dawn is right here, but I can't access that because I'm not the Lord of Starfall. You know what? I think if I build a scene, I'm going to build a scene for Dawn, you know, and then hang it on the wall or something. Yeah, maybe I'll do that on stream one day. I got into Total War Warhammer when it was free on Epic. Oh, nice. Wow, you could get like the base game for free. Epic is amazing, isn't it? The only reason I don't buy games on Epic is because one day I don't trust that Epic will be around in 10 years, and then everything that I bought on them will just disappear. Like, could you imagine if Steam went out of business and then our Steam libraries just went up in smoke? That would suck ass, man. I mean, how many hundreds or thousands of dollars do we all have in Steam over the years? I mean, my Steam account's like old as shit. You know, my original Steam account got hacked like a couple years ago. I forgot I even had it. There was no games on it or anything. But, they got hacked. I don't know, a couple years ago. I got an email. I was able to get it back. I don't remember the name for it, to be honest with you. It's one of my old school. Man, I love this scene. Check that shit out. Starfall. How's it going, buddy? Bum, 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 bum. You want to pose with me? Who wants to pose with me? All right. Bodyguards. Or house Carls. Hang out here. All right. And then let's do this action. There we go. Starfall. Let's go ahead and screenshot that bad boy. Perfect. I like these new Dornish Heavy Spearmen. They look cool. I think that helmet is hot garbage, but it looks cool. How's it going, buddy? What's going on with your... that mesh isn't... the texture's lighting is off there. It needs to be fixed. But anyway, when you siege this bad boy, whew, it's rough going, man. It is rough going. I wonder what's over there. Looks like a mine or something, like a vent for a mine. I don't know. Does Starfall, is it known to have a mine of some kind? Because the Starfall was basically an asteroid hit, right? And the people that were living in the area went to the part, to the impact site, and they gathered some material, some ore there, some like space ore, and that's what they made Dawn out of. It's like a milky white metal, but it's basically made out of a meteorite. And then, of course, where that meteorite hit, they looked at as like a holy place, sort of. So that's where Starfall was built. So the castle of Starfall, or the fortress of Starfall, and that's why they call it Starfall, because, falling star, meteorite. It's pretty cool. I like it. Now, in-game, the sad thing is Dawn kills whites, but it does not kill White Walkers. That makes me sad. Because to me, Dawn is the most magical sword in Planetos, right? George R.R. Martin has even stated that Dawn makes you a better fighter. So I almost think I don't know if he means like magical, like it actually increases your like strength and agility magically, or if it's just so lightweight and so piercing, like it can like cut through armor, that's the advantage that it gives you. Me and Produno, the lead dev for World of Ice and Fire, have debated that. I think it gives you magical boosts, and he thinks maybe not. But when you watch that interview with George, it feels like it's magical. Are you into the lore of Warhammer at all? Do you like read the books and watch the videos and stuff? What we could do is wait for the Reach to take Starfall if they ever do. I doubt they will, because the Reach is probably fighting against like 5 different factions right now because they're so big. And we're dealing with Warband diplomacy right now. So basically, if you're at war with your neighbors all the time and people on the other side of the world. But anyway. So if we can get an army of about 500 together, we can take Starfall without bloodshed. We can get them to surrender. That's kind of what I want to do. This ditty that's playing right now, I liked it so much, I PM'd the dev of Reworked and be like, hey, where'd you get this song? This song is like an earworm, man. It'll get stuck in your head for days. All right. I watched some videos that were recommended to me by a friend in a Discord. Yeah. I follow like 1 or 2 Warhammer lore YouTubers. The only problem with this song is it's very quiet. Man, I love this little ditty. I think I've got it saved somewhere in my music. I was doing some kind of work on my PC and I just played this ditty on repeat for like 2 hours. I was stuck in my head for quite a while after that. Broken Men, huh? What do we got? Lancer, Raider, Pirate, Captain. I kind of want to take those guys on. I need to start working on my renown. And the best way to get renown is to fight outnumbered against high-tier troopers. I'm at 727. Let's go grab these assholes. Gives me... not gonna be enough. It'll be close. That'll be close. But he who dares wins, as the SAS say. This is one of the worst groups to do this with because they have ranged weapons, but we'll see what happens. A lot of bad guys over there. Are they all? I think they're all Lancers, right? I didn't see the Dothraki. That ain't good. Ooh, I totally hit him right there. I gotta grab the horse archers. They'll headshot me or something stupid. Lancers, not too bad. Gotta watch out for this Ironborn. They'll have throwing weapons. What's going on with those Dothraki over there? Now, horse archers have advanced horse archer AI, but so it's better than native, but it ain't perfect. Alright, took care of those guys. Now I kind of want their arrows, so let's try to grab those before I get hell dunked here. Oh, I didn't see you, dude. Alright, that was my bad. I fucked up there. I didn't realize. I thought I had everybody. Alright, so we had to retreat, right? So now we lost morale. Look at that 35 renown. That is bullshit. That is a broken... That is so broken. To lose that much renown for a tactical retreat. You can lose that much renown, like if you sacrifice your troopers to retreat or something, maybe, and even then I don't really disagree or agree with like 35 loss. I just think Produno's balance there is a little too much. Oh, bullshit. I hit him. Nah, impact meshes don't match with models all the time, you know? That's alright. We're used to that in Warband. The other thing I don't agree with this game is no chests. He took all the chests away. But I think you should be able to, like, you know, re-up on arrows and stuff. That just makes sense. Alright, so I've got piercing damage. I forgot about that. In Reworked, the good bows have piercing, so I can pierce through their shields. That's why crossbows were so strong in World of Ice and Fire, was that damn piercing. You see those axes? Those things are gnarly. They don't have a lot of speed, you know, ballistic speed, but man, if they hit you, you're in trouble. Basically one-shot you every goddamn time. I gotta watch out for that guy. He is dangerous. Got the Dothraki twins over here. Alright, can I get you? Let's try this real quick. Alright, I gave us some arrows. Good, good, good. Alright, let's go kill his brother. There he is. So I don't have a shield, right? So I gotta make sure I'm going fast when I'm getting anywhere near those axes or arrows or whatever. Got that guy. Good, good, good. Oh, he took out his ARAC at the last second. The sucky thing is you can only loot whatever weapon was in their hand, so if they take off their bow, you know, to switch over to bladed, you can't loot the arrows, which is quite sad. Do you have arrows, sir? No, he's got his scimitar out. Alright, you guys still have axes. I think they each have about 8 axes too, which I think is a little too much in my opinion. I don't think I can shoot through these ironborn shields. They're pretty heavy. Yeah, I can sort of. Oh, he got me. I saw it the last second, too. What an asshole. That was a really good shot. Yeah, whatever. What they take from me. That was stupid of me anyway. That's like the worst fucking group to farm. But I just want to see if I can do it. Alright, they took a courser, psychic range. Alright, so they didn't take any of my kit. That's really good. Perfect! And I lost all my companions, probably. Or most of them. Man, you guys weren't helpful at all, by the way. Alright, I want to grab them. Fuck these guys. I can take them. I can take them. You guys hang out there for a second. Alright, so these shields suck. I can go right through them. Nice. Alright, where'd that Mr. Dothraki guy go? I'm gonna have my companions follow me, so hopefully they'll soak up some of the axes. Or not soak up, but distract. Really hate the Iron Islanders in lore and in game. They don't win anything, they just fucking are annoying. Nice. Alright, we'll let them get the XP for these guys. These guys are in full route, hopefully. I don't know if they'll get this guy. Let me grab this guy before he runs away. Nice. Daisy Mormonts. I wanted to marry like Daisy and those cats, but you can marry them now. You didn't used to be able to, but it's kind of wonky. The game kind of thinks that you're the woman and they're the man. But only for half of it. It's interesting. And as you can see here, they don't have any of the loot that they stole from me. Alright, Death Dealer, we'll see when you get back, bud. So we got revenge, but not much else. We didn't get that much renown, I bet you. Yeah, 12 renown. That's some horse shit. Okie dokie. The other thing I don't like is when you lose companions in battle. I wish they would just show up at the nearest damn town, but they don't. They can spawn anywhere in the world. I do this just to organize my inventory. Move all the food up to the top. It's way faster to do this than drag. There we go. $10.46, huh? Not good at all. Yeah, sand steeds are still a superior mount, even in reworked. Depending on how long of a playthrough, I'll try to get a workshop in every town in the game. And in this game, there's a lot of towns, so it could take a while. Just kind of depends on how long you want to play. The grind is definitely at the beginning. Like, once you have a proper army, yeah, you can conquer the map. You can steamroll it pretty quick by getting castles and towns to surrender. There we go. We also need to go pick up our money from for our acreage. I don't think you can look at that anywhere, right? Yeah, I don't think you can look at that anywhere. You just get that pop-up like once a week. The audio is not very... The music and the atmosphere music, it's all got like varying levels of sound, so it's like some things are really quiet, some things are... Oh, I forgot about these guys. Yeah, hopefully we can take them. I didn't do the double stack of arrows, so I might be in trouble here. Well, with the way that the piercing attacks are balanced in this, you know, I think I can shoot through even their shields. Not as easy as the other ones, but as long as I don't go down from the axes, we'll be alright. Probably use my crappy troops as a meat shield sort of thing. Not really a meat shield, more of a distraction. Ooh, that was a dangerous one. Because normally they never used to lead in Warband. You know, you just ride around in circles, you're A-okay. But in the mods that have advanced AI, or, you know, advanced relative... Oh, we're going to die. We're going to die. Oh, nope, we got lucky. We got lucky. Sometimes they lead, you know, which is what they should be doing. All right. Oh, I got some weird ass sword. Not used to this one. I think I gave my saber to somebody. Give him a little healing shout. Yeah, we're good. Somebody died, though. I don't know who the fuck died. They probably took an axe to the head. If you take a lot of damage and you don't have a lot of armor, which is why you take a lot of damage, you have a pretty good chance of dying. Welcome back, bud. Nah, don't have to apologize for such things. No, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by that? What does that euphemism mean? Give me details. Exactly what transpired. I'm with you. You still play Warband? Oh, what the fuck? I didn't see that guy. There's a lot of bad guys there. Alright, so the bandit leader... Oh, I hate this one. This is the worst. These ambushes while you're looting. Luckily we have horses here, just not the good ones. For whatever reason. Alright, I think there are a lot of those guys are ranged attackers, so let's go in there and dissuade them of hitting my people. I want to kill their leader. He's very dangerous. Them right there. Or no, that's not him. Where's the leader at? Alright, don't go down raw. If you go down, we lose. Oh, you asshole. That's my horse. God damn it. Now we lose. Even though we got some good troops, man, they just don't fight for shit. There, well, we're alive. My issue, one of the most annoying things about the game is your AI just does not fight as well as enemy AI. It's just the way it is. The enemy AI gets kind of like advanced AI. Your AI is just dumb as shit. Like, my guys won't even follow me. Like, let's say I've got some Cav and I want them to follow me because I'm Cav. They're slow to react. They don't do anything well. They're not accurate at anything. It's very annoying. Oh, you cheating fuck. Aim button, son of a bitch. Oh, fuck you and your mother. I hate that shit. It's so annoying. Whatever. We lost. Shit happens. I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. Why the hell am I losing that much money with my party? I don't even have a fucking... Or no, that's Carthagard, my bad. I was about to get mad there for a second. If they took one of my good weapons, I'm going to be quite upset. Quite upset. Nah, we're good. Alright, so somebody helped us out there, I think. I think they attacked a caravan and got hell dunked. That is hilarious. Bandits will attack caravans that, like, outgun them. You know, outman them. Sort of funny. Alright, we're gonna get Angai back. Glory be the Empire. How much are you, anyway? Yeah, I don't have enough for that. That's alright. Brienne's kind of, like, not very good to begin with, to be honest with you. I think Angai's a good Pathfinder, right? Yeah. Or no. Nah, it's a good spotter. It's very high level. He is the best archer in the game. Well, might be Jon Snow. Jon Snow's kind of a Mary Sue. He's good at everything. Yeah. Archery's 430. I don't remember what Snow's is, but it's up there. It's in the high 3s, 4s, whatever. He's got like a 10 and everything. Cheating bastard. We will take Angai, grab our ship, combine our fleets, and then go figure out what we want to do. Now, the Reach took something over here recently. Who else are they at war with? So they're only at war with Dorne. That's very bad for Dorne. Very good for us if we wanted to swear fealty to the Reach. But roleplay-wise, I don't know if that makes sense. Becoming Sword of the Morning is important to us. We're at war with the Iron Islands for some reason. I think it's because I killed some Iron Islander guys who were wanting to join my party. F those guys. They were covered in the blood of the innocents. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Alright, we'll ignore such things. Let's see, is the stream looking good? Hopefully. I don't even look at all that. Yeah, I think we're good to go there. What time zone are you in, Death Dealer? Are you like, is it, I don't know, like 10 o'clock your time? 11 o'clock? I think you're like ETC plus 1 or 2 or something.
Your money or your life.
I didn't even see that guy. Where'd you come from? Where did you come from, sir? You magical thief, you. Let's charge Angai in and see how good he actually is at being a horse archer. If he uses the advanced horse archer AI. Or if he just stupidly goes in and gets killed super fast. I don't got anybody yet. They don't have any shields, so... Yeah, they're still not very accurate. Even though he's like better at archery than I am, you know, stats-wise. Yeah, so he's using it. That's good. Nice. Well done, Guy. Well done. You and me, Guy, against the world. That's how it'll be. Got to hydrate right on. I will hook you up with a hydrate right now. Right on. You're in my time zone. East Coast, US. Right on. Thought you were one of them Euros. What kind of games do you play nowadays? I just bought all the Mafia games on PC. I played Mafia 1 and 2 on consoles back in the day. I haven't played the remasters though, so I'm kind of excited for that. Yeah, I didn't even give him a melee weapon. That's hilarious. Should probably just give him 3 stacks of arrows. Can you ride this? Yeah, I gotta get you a sand steed as well. Should probably just give him a melee weapon instead of a shield. But where the hell are my ships? I thought I parked my ships like right here. Oh, there they are. I see them. So we've got a Reach Lord. Are you guys thinking about sieging Starfall? Let's talk to him and see what the Reach is up to right now. Red Wine's a good Lord, too. We want to be BFFs with guys like him. Alright, he wants to go home. Alright, they're gathering for a feast at Atranta. We kind of want to go there if it's closed so we can do the tournament. Because even castles have tournaments in this mod, which is super cool. Where is Atranta? We probably won't be able to make it there in time. The marshal will call for a campaign or something before we get there. But we want to keep an eye on it because hopefully they will attack Starfall at some point. But Dorne is no chump. You know, they've got a lot of lords and ladies. They've got a lot of soldiers. Let's go get our money from the acreage land, and then I'm gonna hook up a guy with a saber or something instead of a shield. Or I might just give him some more arrows. The free folk have been eliminated. Wow. Tell you what, man, whatever he did to the, he redid all the troop trees. Whatever he did to the Men in Black, man, they fucked the free folk up. You know who else is badass now is Bravos. Bravos is usually a shit group, but they conquered Pentos already. We're only on day 260-something, I think. And we've only had Static Wars off since like day 140. I turn it off after the Red Wedding. Because in this mod, after the Red Wedding, there's no more story. It's so cool to see Bravos defeating Pentos like that, though. Alright, I don't remember if I bought land in Vaith. Because you can only buy land in the cities owned by your culture, which I don't really agree with, but whatever. Alright, so we made 47 something. How much is land here? 1490. Buy like one. Does anyone want to join me? One young nobleman volunteers to join you. Yes, we will take him. There's competition here. Hopefully we can win that. Oh, well, I did defeat a guy, so hopefully we get into the next round. These tournaments are actually harder than a World of Ice and Fire because of the like the Raven Tree archers and stuff. They fucking headshot you. Those guys right here are super dangerous. Oh, see? Look at that. What an asshole. On horseback, they're very, very dangerous. Man, they kick rocks with that shit. Sons of bitches. Alright, let's buy... What was that? 771? Those are crap. Let's buy that for me. Is that any good? That's actually pretty good. Alright, let's grab some greaves. Doop. I could give this to all my companions, and then that'll increase their leadership, which increases my battle size. Let me test that out. We're going to test that out. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Scimitar 2022. Let's grab that for my buddy. What is this? 41, 102, 106. Yeah, we'll just give this one away. I don't have enough money for that. That's alright. I kind of like to buy them lame anyway. You save money and then they heal up if you have wound treatment. It's kind of nice. Send our prisoners to the watch. Welcome back, my friend. Miss you. Let's see if this guy's got any poems, because I don't think we've romanced a Lady of the Realm yet. So we need to learn all the poems, so we can get them to love us a long time. I was playing Total Warhammer 2, but ever since Immortal Empires dropped for Warhammer 3, none of my mod loadouts working well. That's a bummer. That's a bummer when you have to rely on a ton of mods to make a game interesting to you, and then every little update destroys. That's why I don't play mods for Bannerlord. I just play Bannerlord native because it has patches too often for me to like keep up with the legion of mods. Bum, 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 bum. When was the last time you played Warband? Or even Bannerlord? These are like my two favorite companions right here, though. Sirio and Ingai. I love these two to death. You know what? I think I might just give you that, right? Because we are kind of loyal to Dorne, so I really don't want to declare war on Dorne. I just want to declare war on House Dane so I can get the gosh dog done. But if the Reach will flippin' take Starfall, then I could join Dorne as a vassal, a Lord of Dorne, which we are. or will be, then I could retake Starfall and get him to give it to me. That would be perfect. And then we can take Dorne, because to me, Dorne isn't a faction that should rule the Seven Kingdoms, but it's definitely a faction that should rule itself as part of its own thing. You know, whoever the fuck sits the Iron Throne is the king of the Six Kingdoms. Dorne does not bend the knee. I love Dorne in the lore. I only tried Warband one time years ago. Never played Bannerlord as I don't own it. Copy that, Red Leader. Copy that. How long have you been following me, Death Dealer? Let's see. What game did you enjoy me playing? You've been following me since... no idea. 2020. So November of 2020. I was probably playing Bannerlord, right? Back then. Yeah. All of 2020 was like nothing but Bannerlord when it came out in March. And I love this Chatterino. It's pretty cool.
Listen!
Apologies. How long have I been muted for? I was saying a lot of things there. I was tweaking settings. I was asking if you ever stream Death Dealer, and if you do, if you stream a Warhammer, because I don't think I'll ever play a Total War game. I'm playing Medieval 2 actually, just because I lusted after that game because my laptop back then couldn't play it. So that's just on my to-do list, but I prefer Twitch combat. That's why I like Mountain Blade so much, because you get a little bit of the grand strategy, not like Total War, but you get a lot of grand strategy, and then you get Twitch combat Yeah, I like to bury my two-handed axe into the head of the center. And thanks for letting me know about my mic, bud. You're a hero. Gosh, dog hero. Keep hanging out. I'll make you a moderator. My moderators are starting to be daywalkers. They don't hang out with me in the middle of the night anymore. Fucking, what do they got, like wives and girlfriends? Yeah, losers. All right, let me check my thing here. All right, so my total size is 196. If I take that, move around, it's 191, so it does work. It only gives me an extra 5, which ain't a lot, but yeah, it's something. It is something. Let's go ahead and just give him a sword for now, though. I only care about army size once I'm sieging. I can give it to you, though. I wonder if I can stack. I wonder if I can stack these. How much does that weigh? 4.3. So it'll slow them down a little bit. 4.3 pounds. 383. Let's give him that one. He's pretty good at melee as well, isn't he? Yeah, well, not really. No. Not really. Yeah, let's just take all of that. Yeah. With the way his skills are, if he's not shooting arrows, he's not very useful to me. We'll save that for somebody else. So what would that be? That'd be more HP. Less resistance. It's faster. It's bigger on the lateral, but not bigger, or on the horizontal, but not on the lateral. Might actually start using that. I'm not going to use it now because we're not part of House Martell. So just for story reasons, we wouldn't use that. The person I mod for right now, I found out today that he caught the Rona. Oh, that's sad, man. What mods do you work on? I only really work on a World of Ice and Fire, but I've worked on other mods just like privately for the you know, like a mod that I really enjoyed. You know, the AI mesh should be broken, and so I would fix the AI mesh or, you know, delete things to make it more streamlined in sieges or battles or whatever. But the only mod that I actually work on is this one. Or not this one, actually, the World of Ice and Fire. This is a sub-mod. Like, I made my own sub-mod for World of Ice and Fire for my Golden Company playthrough, which is the first thing that I ever streamed. Oh, what the fuck? My sword didn't release for some reason. Thank you, Serio. Appreciate that. Almost died there. I don't think there's a maester here, right? It's a Laria. Alright, Harrenhal's got a feast. Note Kalen. Iron Islands. Alright. Alright, so her father's been taken. Highgarden. Alright, we're gonna try to bust him out because we like that lord. Her dad's a good guy. I want to check upstairs and see if there's a maester hiding up here. You know, old Master Raw here is also Maester Rawlin in game. You can find him in Old Town. He's in the Citadel. Best healer in the land. Best healer in the land. No, I mod his streams. Oh, copy that. Oh, yeah, you know how to mod then. Nice. Yeah, I like having at least one moderator at all times to help with like shout outs and stuff. But when I'm playing at like, 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm playing a game that nobody really wants to watch anymore, I don't really need moderators. But I'll make you a mod. Keep hanging out, man. We'll make you a mod. Only if you want that. It's kind of a job, to be honest with you. An easy job, but a job nonetheless. I want to get a couple points of entertainment. I don't think I have any, right? Yeah, 0. I like Ulrick's build though. Ulrick's got a good build. I like that he's a glorious warrior and he's got enough support skills to like. Yeah, if we lose our companions, he's good to go. And archery is starting to get really good at 395. 300 is good, but once you start getting up into the 400s, man, you start getting surgical with those arrows. It's a good time. It is a good time. What is this guy? Pirates, huh? He's got some cool prisoners, though. Let's go grab that asshole.
That's a nice head you have on your shoulders.
Why, thank you, sir. I wish caravans would help you in a fight. That kind of makes sense. Oh, I guess Angai's knocked out. I didn't know that. Kind of relying on Angai there. Actually, no, that's a bad position. Just get them over the peak. That way they can't throw the axes. Oh, he's using that stupid pole arm. Alright, I gotta take that away from him. The pole arm's only good for the buff, not the combat. Now these pirates are dangerous, but they're only dangerous at close range. You want to keep range on them. And then watch out for their javelins, but luckily they've only got like 6 javelins, I think. Maybe 3 javelins. Nice. Ooh, that's a new trooper I've never seen before. Oh, these guys are badass. Somebody was a fan of Mir when they were rebalancing. How much does it cost to make you? Alright, so I don't want you guys in. It's too expensive. Too expensive. Not too difficult unless you are getting swarmed by bots, right? Yeah. You talking about the pirates? Every trooper, there's like robber knights. Robber knights are gnarly if you're not like a horse archer. If you're trying to like melee robber knights, they will hell dunk you. But if you're a good horse archer with a fast horse, they're one of the easier groups to farm because they don't have any ranged weapons. Like Prophecy of Pendor used to have that. You could go farm like the Knights of Dawn and get a ton of renown, money, armor, and all that stuff. So what the developers did was they gave the Knights of Dawn a sergeant class that were crossbowmen, good crossbowmen. So the combination of heavy cav with crossbows made them, you didn't want to farm them solo anymore. I like that, because that kind of makes sense. Because in real life, if you were this horse archer with a quick horse, heavy knights chasing it did happen in history. Like look up Crusades, it would happen quite often. That's why, like Richard the Lionheart, who was a king of England and a general in the Crusades, he was one of the best, like day-to-day generals because he could keep control of his men to make it to where they wouldn't chase down like horse archers and shit, and they wouldn't like break ranks to go, charge for glory. That's why he was so successful relative to the other ones. Well, the first Crusaders were pretty successful too, but. He was the third crusade. He didn't really accomplish much other than signing a treaty, but it's better than the other guys did, I guess. Oh, you're talking about modding? Yeah. Yeah, modding's pretty simple. Modding's just all about showing up. You just have to... to me, the most valuable moderators are the guys who are always in chat, to catch it. Because we did get some bots when I came back, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or whatever. There was like these pretty gnarly bots that people were getting. But so far, it's like for the past, I don't know, week or two or whatever, I haven't gotten any bots. Alright, let's go break our buddy out of Highgarden. Man, where's my ships at? Oh, did I not bring my ships? Oh, I think I traveled over land, didn't I? That's annoying. Alright, fine. My main fleet is at King's Landing. I think there was a Man of the Watch in Vaith, right? Or, nah, I think that's Highgarden. Oh, these immortal guys are cool. How much money do I have? I have 8,000. I kind of want you cats. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good deal right there. There you are. Hello, buddy. Take those guys off my hands. I've heard how someone was rated with like 100 bots in their chat or something. Well, back in the day, this was before I was streaming, but people would pay to have bots hang out in their chat, and then it was super easy to get partner back then because people would use bots or they would just make friends with a big streamer, and if that streamer rated them a couple times, a couple days in a row, they would get partnership. So that's why you see these people that have partnership check marks, but only like 2 people watch them. It's because back in the day, they either got rated by a buddy that was bigger than them, or they just paid for bots or something back when they could do that. You can't do that anymore. I mean, I think if you were buddies with a big streamer, he would have to raid you a long time, because you have to average 75 viewers. Yeah. And most times when you raid somebody, like 99% of the people that raided leave soon after, unless they're AFK. Because that is a big deal to have people in your chat, even if they're not chatting. I prefer chatters. Like, I'd rather one chatter than like 50 lurkers in a lot of ways. Keeps me going. Because if my chat's quiet, man, I've only got about 2 hours in me to stream. But if it's a fun chat and we're having good conversations and stuff, yeah, I could go like 6, 7, 8 hours. Just depends on if we're having a good time. I really like that chess piece. This is a new one, huh? This Arbalast. So if I have like an intelligence companion, I'd probably want them to have at least a strength of 11 to be able to use this Arbalast. That thing's gnarly. That's a good way to level up your intelligent builds. Just give them a crossbow in a game that... Because a lot of mods, crossbows are kind of... Like in this one, crossbows are very overpowered. So they can get some kills and get some XP. I'm the same way, Death Dealer. Like, there's streamers... You know, I usually only watch my buddies now, really. Or if I'm playing, like when I started playing Star Citizen the other month, you know, I started trying to find like other Star Citizen streamers. But I'm usually quiet unless I'm asking a question about the game, or if the dude's chat's quiet, then I'll start engaging them if I have time. Because a lot of times when I'm enjoying Twitch, I'm, you know, working on something IRL. You know, so I use Twitch kind of like podcast. But if it's my buddies and they have a quiet chat, I'll chat them up as much as I can, even if I'm like busy working or something. Yeah. But I appreciate you, Death Dealer. I do, I do. You're one of the names I like to see in chat for sure. Are there any games upcoming that you're excited about? I think I'm really, really excited about the Bethesda Starfield game. That's the one I'm most pumped about. It's kind of like a single-player Star Citizen. It'll have the Bethesda jank to it, but it should still be good, I hope. All right, we're going to try to break our buddy out of this joint. Luckily, we're not at war. It's a lot easier to break people out of prison when you're not at war with the castle. Or, you know, with the people that own the castle. This looks beautiful. Now that we're playing on max graphics. God damn, this game. It's beautiful. I love the god rays and stuff. I don't even remember where the prison is here. I think it's in the back somewhere. Let's not run over the children, Sir Ulrick. That's not very nice. Do I need to upgrade anything? I need to upgrade my mittens and my greaves. And I've got 6,004. Let's do that now before I forget. I'm not going to upgrade my mittens too much. Are you weapons or armor? I think you're weapons, right? No, you're horse. We won't do Lordly. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Unless you plan on keeping them forever, but I'll probably... Well, my greaves I'll keep forever, because they're like the best greaves you can get that don't give you a negative modifier. But when it comes to gauntlets, you can have plague gauntlets, and they don't negatively affect any of your skills. Actually, you know what? I think the prison is up front. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I think it's up front. It's been a while since I tried to break somebody out of High Garden. I enjoy this scene. It's not a very good siege, but the it's pretty. All right, we're gonna Mordau this bad boy down. All right, let us in, buddy. We gotta talk to the prisoner. Come on now, Thatcher. Give me the keys. Nice. All right, run away, run away. All right, let's break out good old... Whatchamacallit? I don't see him. Where are you at, sir? All right, there is Jourdain. That's her dad right there. How old are you anyway? 63. Yeah, that's about right. Let's get you out of here, buddy. All right, you stay behind me and just survive, and then we'll break you out too. Are you a good guy? Yeah, you're a good guy. You're coming. Praise be the seven. Just keep way behind me, way behind me. Anybody else in here needs saving? Don't think so. I think we're good to go, correct? Yeah, correct. All right, prison break time, boys. Let's just look. Let's just look. Let's make sure there's no archers. Let's go help those cats out. I've actually got 2 of the best companions to help too. Yeah, Sirio and this guy, they're amazing. Nice. One of the easiest prison breaks we've ever had. Alright, so we get +10 with them, +4 with the faction of Dorn. And then the same with this guy. And we do our mission, which is good. That's the only way to get a positive relation with married women, by the way. That mechanic comes from Viking Conquest, and in Viking Conquest you could do other things for married women. You could like bring them gifts or help them like, you know, buy wine for a feast or something. I really like that. But Viking Conquest is the only stupid mod or DLC that makes it to where you can't marry like captains because there were no women leaders, you know, like faction leaders or lord or vassals or whatever. So that's why it's such a pain in the ass in this mod, because A World of Ice and Fire uses part of the module from Viking Conquest. Like that's how they get the ship combat and all that stuff. The other cool thing about breaking them out of prison is we don't lose any relations with Highgarden, the Reach, or, you know, Lord Paramount, Tyrell. I guess he'd be king right now, right? I guess he wouldn't really be Paramount. Well, no, he'd still be Paramount, right? Yeah, he'd still be Paramount. I like the idea of Arpine as like his second in command, you know, because he's kind of a dum-dum. He's a very nice guy, sweet guy, but he's a dum-dum and a bad leader. He needs, like, his mother, you know, basically ruled the Reach, you know, while he was doing his thing. Big fan of his mother. I wanted to marry his mother, but lower reason, can't really have babies with her, you know. I also wish you could marry widows. Like, let's say you took, like, she's married to King Renly. Like, if you killed King Renly and then married her, that'd be cool. Or if Renly died of natural causes or whatever. I don't know. Wow, she was only 16 in the books, huh? Wow, that's crazy. I think the actress was in her like late 20s, early 30s when she played her. Probably late 20s. Right around 30-ish. She's still very pretty. In middle age. Well, there is one that looks interesting. I'll DM you a link. You don't have to DM it to me. Just put it in Discord. I like people using Discord, because 90% of the people in my Discord, they PM me. They don't use the channels. But you're more than welcome to use the Discord to get a conversation going. Valkyrie Elysium. That sounds cool. Valkyrie Elysium, huh? So that's an RPG, single-player action RPG, which is my favorite type of RPG. Let's go to the old YouTubers. Transition that on over. Let's see what we can find here. Let's do gameplay. So is it out yet? Alright, huge things you need to know. That doesn't strike me as gameplay. 1 month ago was a official gameplay and release date trailer. Let's try that out.
I'm out here looking for something. Despite the world being in the state it is.
Valkyrie, heed my words. Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation.
Running from me! Return back from whence you came, lost soul.
I've already lost my homeland.
Well, it's a beautiful
And the
looking
people
game,
I
that's for
love.
sure.
You would have me battle, even in death.
Glory. I've no interest in that. There's nothing left for me in
It
this
looks
world.
live action too, you know,
I
not
just
turn-based.
want a chance to
which is
make things right.
What I prefer.
My name is Christopher. I have protected this land and its people as my forefathers did before me.
Nice.
Very well. Then I pledge my loyalty as your inheritor until
Hell
the
kind of
very
weapon
end.
is that? It's a
You are a
giant
being
lance.
of divine power, are you not? Please, would you hear my plea? My name is Taika. It was once my duty to watch over this land.
Wretched soul,
Got a
by
Cthulhu
Odin's
monster.
command, you shall be purified.
Yeah, this is cool, man. It'd be better if it's like co-op.
So this is one of the 4 gifts. If I had to guess, I'd say this was Gunganir.
Comes out right around my birthday.
Engrave it upon your soul. Divine assault! Nibelung Valesti!
Please allow me to conduct a small test of your metal.
Oh, yeah.
So we meet at last, little Valkyrie. I have no intention of harming you.
I failed to
That's a
warn you
gorgeous
of
scene
her.
right there.
Our adversary was once a second-class Aesir. She goes by the name Fenrir.
I merely wish for the world to continue existing.
That's not a new IP, right? Like, there was another Elysium or Valkyrie type of, you know, anime type game. I like the way that one looked, though. It wasn't, like, super anime, you know, with the little children. Those always bother me. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. All right, Ombre. I am going to take my break, and I will BRB right on. Thanks for sharing that game.
From the north to the sea, a dragon whispers her name in the east. A cold giant throne holds a boy barely grown. Crown placed in lies. You win or you die. The watcher waits on the northern wall. A daughter picks up a warrior's sword. Cold giant throne holds a boy barely grown. The crown laced in lies. You win or you die. raven flies from the north to the sea. A dragon whispers her name in the east. A cold dying throne holds a boy barely grown. A crown laced in lies. You win or you die.
And we are back. That was a good little tune. I like that version. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right. Let's get back into it. Get back into it. All right. Let's go back to Planky Town. Finish that quest up. Let's go ahead and grab our ships as well. We forgot that once. Let's not do that again. That's annoying. I need to go around and find all my companions as well. I need them for my party size. It's kind of difficult to be able to form a proper army without all your companions with the leadership. Oh, I also need to check on something. I want to go see if my sand snake companions are back here. If they're back here, that's not supposed to be what happens. Because to get them back, you have to pay the 10,000 silver stags to, reacquire them, and that's not how it's supposed to work. Once you hire them once, they're like a companion, like any other companion. Bum 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 bum. I would like to borrow this horse. You don't mind, do you? I don't think he does. He's okay. We're a guest at the Water Gardens. Yeah, see, there's that one. Yeah, they're all three here. This ain't good. That's actually a bug right there. Alright, let's go ahead and mark all that crap. Alright, let's do that. Sand snake bug. That's at an hour 33. Alright, that's enough of that. The weird thing is, they still might be out in the world, like in a tavern somewhere. Alright, 1,500 stags, 2,000 experience, and then a plus 12 with her, which is nice. So now what I can do is I can get her to help me bribe other lords to like us. We don't really need to do that. You can't get them to like you more, really, but you can get them down from a negative to a 0 or a 1 or whatever, which is nice. Ooh, 10 noblemen. Nice, that's really good. What do they give me? I think they give me the tier like 5 horse archers or something. Or no, they give me warriors, huh? It's not as good as what I want, but it's not bad, I guess. Tell me about yourself. Yeah, they're pretty good skirmishers, I guess. I mean, they're not great, but... Alright, let's have a practice duel. Gotta get the measure of a man in the arena. That's not good. So he's using his Angons as a polearm. What if I hug you? Yeah, he should be switching over to his melee weapon, but he's not. Alright, he's still... Yeah, it's not a very good trooper because his AI is stupid. What if I take that out? Yeah. Oh, there you go. He threw one. Nice. Can't hit for shit, but he did it. Hey, well done, sir. Well done. Now it's my turn. Nah, I can't do it. So he will throw them at some point, which is good. I don't like the fact that he's... I mean, it's not horrible, I guess. I've seen worse. I think what we're going to do is get rich, level up, level our people up, and wait for an opportunity that behooves us when it comes to Starfall. Because I kind of want the Reach to take it first, and then I want to take it from the Reach as maybe a Vassal of Thorn. That fits our story a little better. Who took that? Vale? Wow, they're kicking ass. Vale's pretty strong after the War of the Five Kings. Because they didn't lose anything, because they weren't involved. Ooh, what's that? Quite expensive. Has the Lannister line on it, so I don't really want that. What is that? I've seen these boots before, these blue ones, and some other mod, like the Magic mod, I think. One of the Magic mods have these blue colored boots. Let's buy those for one of our intelligence builds. I need to start buying these for my Sand Snakes, because... Well, actually, I think Sand Snakes and the Reworked have shield skill. They don't have them in World of Ice and Fire 8.1. Oh, we got Barristan back. Nice. Oh, I don't have him yet. Oh, that's sad. How much are you, Barristan? Very expensive. 32,000. Alright, we don't have that yet. I like that he has a shield there, and it's got the like the King's Guard sigil on it, which is super cool. In a lot of ways, I prefer Reworked over 8.1. Yeah. Let me quit clicking on that, please. Thank you. Alright, let's go help out Jon Snow with Craster's Keep. Alright, so House Targaryen is doing some work. They've taken Sharp's Point, Stone Dance, Duskendale. They still haven't taken King's Landing. King's Landing is a really tough nut to crack for the AI. They have a real issue with it. It's actually very difficult to take, even with the player. Especially the new King's Landing scene. It's rough, man. I always just try to like outnumber them 2-3 to 1 and get them to surrender. I don't like fighting that siege. I like this song a lot. Boom, 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 boom. These are the obsidian deposits that you can use to like I don't know, create troopers with obsidian weapons, but I don't really like them. They're not very good. And it's a lot of effort. lost tunery now. Alright, we need to quit doing that. Alright, let's go see what Daenerys is up to. Alright, Theon's one of her men. Are you an asshole? Yeah, he's an asshole in this one. I think he's got a dynamic personality. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. Alright, they're trying to form an army. Who is your marshal? Yeah, it won't tell us. Hard zone. Sometimes I like to keep things in my ironworks. Alright, it didn't look like we kept them this time. I didn't check the tavern. I need to start checking the taverns because I got a ton of companions that are missing. I don't know what that does, the low pass filter. I know what sound oculation is, but I don't know what low pass filter means. And we don't even know if that works. You know, a lot of those options are the WSC2 options. Good way to get right to rule is if I was to declare war on the Westerlands and then get diplomatic relations with these 4 factions. You get a lot of right to rule for doing that. And it's a lot easier to get right to rule by doing that when they're at war with a faction you are also at war with. You know, the whole enemy of my enemy is my friend thing. In fact, that's the only time I've ever been able to open up diplomatic relations is when we were at war with the same people. Alright, Northwesterlands have a Casus Belli. Bum, 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 bum. Vale Militia Crossbowmen, those guys are new. Wonder if they're any good. Probably. I do like that. I like that there's crossbowmen that in more places than just the Westerlands. That's a really cool looking model right there. That looks like the Dragonstone one. That's cool. Let's see, how much money do I have? 607. Alright, we need to make some money real quick. Let's go ahead and buy all this. This is one of the best ways to make money in this game. Selling fur. Especially because all you have to do is come to the Vale. It's really quick. And cheap. Even if you don't have a boat, just like pay for a boat trip. Yeah, and you see we went from 600 to 42 something, you know, in the matter of a minute and a half, give or take. We got Ackmore 1958th of his lineage in chat. Good morning, brother. Yeah, Brother Raw sounds good. Work break, quick hello. Hope all is well. It is well, man. I hope work is going glorious for you as well. It's weekend soon, dude. Only 5 hours. Right on. Yeah, what time is it your time? It's like 11:21 in the morning. Yeah, 11:21 a.m. for you, give or take. Yeah, weekends feel good, don't they? Every day is a weekend to me in my mind. Oh, man. You got any plans for the weekend, brother? You gonna do all the gaming that you can do? You gonna stream some? You know, Ackmore streams, I think. I didn't know you streamed, but you probably told me a couple times, but I caught your stream one day. It was glorious.
You are a beautiful butterfly. You are loved. We will follow your channel because Master Raw said so.
I do like your avatar. 12. Oh, so you're UTC +1, huh? Thought you were from England. Nah, that's right. You're living somewhere else. You're living in UTC +1 somewhere. I think you're originally from England. Were you streaming even when we met? Or did you start streaming after we met? We probably met playing an SOD2, right? Yeah, that's right. You're in Germany. Pretty cool. I always wanted to visit Germany. Well, I want to visit a lot of places, but that's on my to-do list. I want to go check out all the historical sites all over Europe. And then follow the Silk Road all the way down to like Syria and Israel. And then go to North Africa. That'd be a cool trip. Cool trip. What's Berlin like? Is Berlin as cool as people say? I hear it's amazing. Like a lot of my buddies that were like in the army, they moved to Berlin after they got out of the army. Or not Berlin, but Germany. And they really like it. And when I say buddies, these are acquaintances. But I know a lot of the retired soldiers enjoyed it. They like the women and the culture. I'm just a small, fun streamer. Yeah, as you can see, I'm a very small streamer as well. Nice to meet you, brother. Sounds good, Rawl. See the words while it's still there. Oh, the world? Yeah. It's a big, dirty city. Good for parties and such things. It's fairly new, too, right? Because they basically had to... They didn't finish rebuilding Berlin, you know, after World War II until I think like the 80s or the 90s. So a lot of the buildings should be newish, which isn't why I would go there. I would go there for the old buildings, not the new stuff. I'd probably enjoy like Bavaria more, you know, southern Germany and Austria. They still have a lot of their old stuff. Have you done a lot of traveling? I was talking to a streamer that does Star Citizen, but now what he likes to do is just chatting. And he's probably around your age, maybe a little younger than you, but older than me. And he was telling me all about a trip he took in 1991 that was just all over Europe. He's from London. Yeah, that's where he's born, raised. And he's a black gentleman, so it was cool to hear his stories from his point of view, you know, during that time. I mean, it'd be cool to hear anybody's story, you know, that's taking that trips. Because, like, he was down in, you know, France and then went to places in the Baltics. I love hearing about that kind of stuff. In movies, it's a trope that nobody wants to hear about your family vacation, but I disagree. At least with the guys I hang out with. The guys I hang out with are normally into history, and they're from parts of the world that I've never been to. You know? So I like hearing about their trips. Like my closest gaming buddy, he went down to like Tunisia, you know, which was Carthage, and also where they shot, you know, Tatooine for Star Wars. All that stuff's still there too, by the way. All those Star Wars sets, that's cool. But I love seeing those pictures and listening to the stories and everything. Berlin is a city that's only once, if you know what I mean. Oh, just one time and you're done. But aren't the women and the culture pretty groovy? Or you mean Berlin specifically? Because any Germans that I've met over here, like I live right next to Disney World, and if you go to Epcot, you know, one of the parts of Epcot's Germany. And what they used to do, I don't know if they still do, but they would import people from the country that they're representing. So if you went to like Germany in Epcot or at Epcot, all the workers there were from Germany. They were always the most beautiful women, the coolest, funniest. I love being around them. Canadians were also cool. You know, like all my gaming buddies are normally, you know, like Canadians, Estonians, Dutch, and Germans. Yeah, I've been all around the EU. I wish I could visit India and Greece. India would be amazing. Like all the the Mughals. There's a lot of really good Mughal sites and just like, yeah, fucking ancient Indian sites. And they still have them, you know, they're still in good shape. It's like China. China, I would have loved to have visited China, but they tore down all their shit. They like blew up their history during the communist takeover. That is so sad. All those sites that were just fucking burned. You can still see pictures of some of it, you know, because that happened in like 66 is where they destroyed a lot of stuff. And then like in Syria, some of the sites were destroyed by like the like ISIS and those guys. But, you know, what are you gonna do? All right, well, let's head up, help out Jon Snow, buy some more fur on the way down south. What do we have here? Veil Riders. I will totally hell dunk you guys. Get over here. Where are you going, Mr. Veil Rider? Can't be going AWOL, sir. Not in wartime. Alright, you cats hang out here. Captains can follow me, though. Maybe they can help me out. It's hard to say. Yeah, the follow AI is just terrible in this mod. Their AI is very confused. It's almost like they're using horse archer AI there, which is odd. These are one of my favorite troops in A World of Ice and Fire, though. They're relatively cheap to recruit. They're pretty powerful. They got nerfed, though, I think. I think he nerfed them a little bit, which is fine. Let's go see who gets the kill. Can you even reload that crossbow on horseback? Is that what's going on there? Yeah, I don't think they can reload that crossbow on horseback. That's hilarious. So they're crossbow archer, or horse archer, or horse crossbowmen that have a crossbow that they can't reload. I'll have to fix that one day. These guys are just kicking the crap out of the Mirish caravans. I need that. Yeah, I'll give it to somebody at some point. What the hell am I reading anyway? Oh, this one right here. We're almost done with it. You read a lot faster if you wait in towns. Maybe later when I do need to work. Berlin has its nice, clean, modern, rich parts, but also a hell of a lot of poor, dirty places. Yeah, every big city's got that, right? The person who was recommending the Warhammer lore vids is a Canadian streamer. Copy that. I'll probably like him then. I don't think I've ever met a Canadian I don't like when I'm gaming. I take that back. There's one I don't like. But we're not buddies. He was just an acquaintance of one of my buddies. Or a friend of one of my buddies. A buddy of a buddy. Never played this sort of game. This game's glorious. It's got grand strategy, you know, not to the caliber of like a Total War or Crusader Kings, but it's there. And then you've got Twitch combat, medieval combat. It's probably my all-time favorite single-player game. It's Mount and Blade Warband, and then Bannerlord, which is the sequel, which came out in alpha in 2020, but it's going to get a full release here pretty soon, but it's got a long ways to go. And it's because of the mods. You know, like the native games were okay, I guess, but it's the mods that turn them into masterpieces. This, of course, is a full conversion mod into Game of Thrones. And I work on this mod with the developers. Hello, Silimus. Glory be to you, sir. Hail. Boop. The pike was a really nasty weapon. Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't really like the pike too much in Warband. At least the way it's utilized in this. In some mods, the pikes are really good. Like there's a 100 Years War mod called Deeds of Arms and Chivalry. And the pikes and the pole arms are very accurate to history and very good. And Sparta. Sparta's a really good mod for pole arms. But with the native balance, pole arms aren't very good. But there are mods that fix that. They fix it. But in history, you know, spear, polearm, you know, those were definitely the weapons of choice when it came to, battle. And most anything else, to be honest with you. These guys don't like each other. That upsets me. We're making 10,000. You know what I should be doing is stocking up my gold mine with prisoners, but I haven't really got. What are you guys? Ironborn sailors, huh? Yeah, it'd be a nasty fight. They'd kill a lot of my guys. Why are my prisoners escaping? I don't get that. I got plenty of guards there, I think. He must have fiddled with the formula for that, and there's a chance for them to escape no matter how many guards you have. Alright, let's go ahead and snare the animal. That gives you dry meat. You always snare that animal. It's not going to survive out in the wild with a broken leg anyway. We'll buy all this on the way back down south, so it's not slowing us down. One day I'm going to go through all of the audio files and level them appropriately. They're all the same gosh dog level. I always tell myself that, but I never get around to it. Where do I have all this stuff at? So I have one in Vaith, Planky, Ash. Okay, Ashford was the other one. So all the Dornish ones and then Ashford, because I think the Reach retook Ashford. Yeah, they did. All right, so they keep fighting over Night Song, so they're never going to go after like Starfall because they just keep fighting over this one here. And like this one will be fought over, that one. But this one, nobody's grabbed that one yet. And they might even grab like a Black Bond or a Kingsgrave or whatever over Starfall. So what I'm going to need to do... The problem is, like, I could try to be like a mercenary, but as a mercenary, I can't, you know, become a marshal, you know, and I can't get guys to follow me. So then I'd have to, like, be a mercenary for the Reach, solo weaken Starfall, or take it, and then immediately join Dorne as a vassal. And then retake Starfall for Dorne, but in our name. And then we can become Sword of the Morning. Maybe catch your stream later. Ta-ta for now. All right, buddy. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy your weekend if I don't talk to you tomorrow or the next. Cheers to you. Bum, 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 bum. What I need to do is fix my shout-out bot. All right, Jon Snow, Lord Commander. Where the hell is Jon Snow? I don't have any injuries, do I? I don't think he can tell me where anybody is, right? Well, he can kind of sort of do it this way. Alright, so he's 10 kilometers away. Looks like we got back our Hagen the Beautiful. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. What are you, Bran? Alright, so he should be pretty close. That's him right there, actually. So that's about 10 kilometers right there. That is not to scale at all. This Westeros is quite massive in the lore. Alright, so we received the new Lord Commander Jon Snow's message. He says, Sir Ulrick of House Bane, I was hoping you would come. I have unfortunate news about Commander Mormont. His party has been slain at Craster's Keep, including the Commander Mormont himself. I need the men responsible dealt with swiftly. We don't have the numbers to organize an assault, so instead I'm hoping you are able to take care of the matter for me. You have been invaluable to us in the past, and this is why I look to rely on you again. Of course, my lord. We will make them pay dearly. Make them pay dearly. And that we will. That we will. Bum, 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 ba, bum, bum. Alright, so now we want to go to Craster's Keep. We know where that is. It's right here-ish. Ooh, what are you? Oh, that's a good guy. Yeah, the free folk are done. Because in 8.1 World of Ice and Fire, man, the free folk always beat the shit out of the Night's Watch. I always have to make sure the Night's Watch don't die. The North also kind of sort of helps, but it can be buggy sometimes. You must kill the mutants, Night's Watchmen. Yes, we must. Oh, that feels good. Die, you murdering sons of bitches. Rape and murdering sons of bitches. Anybody who watched the show know what I'm talking about. These guys are real pieces of shit. And now they will fertilize these grounds to grow crops. Once that's a thing up here. I don't know if that's ever a thing up here. It's quite cold. Nice. Well done. Well done. Syria, kick some ass. God damn, I love Syria. All right, you arrive at Craster's Keep. All right, I think we won, right? That's not good. Might be a bug. Do I have to kill them again? I'm completely okay with that, but I'm pretty sure we dispatched of all of them. Be cool if we could rescue Jon Snow's direwolf. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay, we did it. It just didn't... We didn't get the mission at complete noise. Oh, yeah, okay. It just didn't play the noise. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. We only got a +1 for that? That's some bullshit right there. Alright, so he thanks us for all of that, and he gives us a hunk of Valerian steel. You know. So we can take that hunk of Valerian steel, pay a lot of money, and get somebody to make a mediocre sword with it. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. It's not a very good sword. But it can kill White Walkers, I guess, which is nice. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Go ahead and give these prisoners to the watch. Alright, where'd you go, Mr. Snow? Where did you go? Disappeared. Is that him? No. Alright, so our Raven wasn't successful. I don't think they're ever successful. At least they're cheap in this one. Alright, so we got some money for that. Because, of course, slavery is not legal in Westeros, so you're not technically selling slaves, you're selling... Or you're giving the criminals over to the Watch, and they're giving you a finder's fee, so it's still different. It doesn't pay as well as if you take them over to Essos and sell them to, like, a proper slaver. You'll get more money. Which I like. Kind of fits the lore, makes sense. Bum, 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 bum. There's also prostitution in this mod if you don't know it. It's one of the best ways to get morale if you've got the money. Do I need any of your books, sir? No, I think I bought all your books, right? Yeah. Paid a lot of money for it, too, from the looks of it. Wait a minute. Oh, I was about to get mad there for a second. Alright, so he gave us a Valerian dagger, or an obsidian dagger, and a... actually, we probably... I don't know where we got that. We probably got that from either dispatching of the bad guys at Craster's, or Snow gave that to us along with the Valerian steel ore. I accidentally clicked on work as a farmer peasant. You actually lose renown for that. I don't think you should lose renown for that. I kind of get where they're going with that, but if I heard of a lord that was getting his hands dirty, you know, making, you know, growing crops, that'd be cool. But back in the day, they had a different outlook on that kind of work. All right, our intelligence went up by 1. That's good. All right, let's see. Did we get anything else with that? Dragonstone, the Westerlands have made peace. Good for them. Good for them. All right, so we got 21 XP, a sack of grain, but that's it. No renown or anything. Oh, check that out. Edmure Tully joined the North. How cool is that? Oh, wow, you got cool looking armor. It's a shame that we lost Jon Snow. Or not Jon Snow. Fucking Robb Stark. We weren't able to get there quick enough to even attempt to save his life. This guy's like one of the best guys to hire, though. When you be, in fact, I kind of want to grab you, Edmure Tully. And then, of course, his uncle, the Blackfish. I want to see if I can grab Edmure Tully as a vassal. I'm not going to ask. Well, let's see. Do I have a northerner in my party? I think Anguy goes to the north, right? Yeah, okay. Let's send Anguy off to the north. He'll scout around and tell us the relations of the lords to their master, which currently is Bolton. This is a real bummer. Hopefully we'll be able to execute him or send him to the wall soon enough. That's not really the goal of this playthrough, though. You know, dealing with the perpetrators of the Red Wedding. Oh, we are all full of that stuff. We should have quite a bit of money in the treasury once we get back to our castle. We'll grab some and go make that Valyrian weapon, even though it's not really worth it in my opinion. Unless the guy who did rework changed it, but I doubt that. Kind of want to buy that, but not right now. These aren't the best ones. There's better ones than that that kind of look the same and have the same name. The heck was that? Can't even read that shit. Whoever he is, he's getting. Normally I always change the color of House Targaryen because they're very hard to read. Or that's Dragonstone. But you can only do it before a playthrough. You can't do it in the middle of the play. Well, you might be able to. I don't know how to do that though. Yeah, a lot of these Dragonstone guys are probably ripe for recruitment because they don't have fiefs. Actually, I think Dragonstone might be dead now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, they might be dead. No, they're still around. Oh, no, they still have stuff. So that means that their color is almost exactly like House Targaryen's color. See, I thought Targaryens took all this, but that's Dragonstone. It's like almost the exact color. It makes sense, because normally that wouldn't have happened anyway, because they don't go to war with Dragonstone even though they get, you know, the FIFA Dragonstone. That's because in the story, Stannis was dead by the time, you know, Daenerys showed up. You know, just the Dragonstone's faction would have been defeated by then. Oh wow, we can recruit this guy, huh? Oh no, that's Thoros. Right on. How much are you, Thoros? It's weird that he put him in the robes. Like, I get that he was a priest of Rolor, but yeah, he wasn't wearing the robes. Yeah, we'll take him. I think he's actually a really good medic. He doesn't heal wounds, which is super annoying, but he's got the best starting healing skills, which is hilarious. He's also got a flaming sword that's not very good, but it looks cool. I always buff it if I think about it. Alright, we have completed all of our quests. There's also a hidden quest that you can do for the Brotherhood without banners that'll automatically make you go to war with the Westerlands. So if that's something that you want to do, it's a good thing to do. There are hideouts hidden in the mountains right around the Westerlands, like on the other side of the gold mine to the east. Alright, we want Silva. Silva, yes. Ironholt. She's a prisoner at Ironholt. So when I got defeated by that Iron Islands Lord, because I didn't know I was at war with the Iron Islands, I didn't stream that, but I made a video of what I was doing, because I was just testing WSE2, but I was playing with Sir Ulrick, so if you want to see how she was taken prisoner, check out my YouTube channel. It's just Master Raw. So they're all at Ironholt, huh? Yeah, that makes me want to, like, fucking hell dunk goddamn Iron Islanders. So, who else is at war with the Iron Islands? The North. So I would have to swear fealty to goddamn... Well, you know what? That kind of sort of makes sense in a way. But then I would lose relation with all the good lords in the north. Yeah, we'll just do it ourselves. Was that the lord that defeated me? Iron Holt Lord? Winch might have been. I don't remember. I'll have to go look at the video. He bamboozled me. Bamboozled me. Bum, bum, bum. Actually, let's go grab all the other stuff too. I recruited you. No. Yeah, we got Brown back. Nice. That's right to rule. Alright, let's go send somebody else. Guess we could send Hagen. No, Hagen's already done it. What about Sirio? Alright, we'll send him off. Well, I've been muted a long time, man. Anyway, I welcomed you, Bravonium. I hailed you, and then I saluted you with a boop. Glory be to you, sir. My chat's been quiet for about 20-something minutes, so apologies. I used to always talk. Like, one of the best compliments I got when I first started streaming was I had like an 8-hour stream. Not a whole lot of people were talking. And then finally this guy like typed out a paragraph and how he appreciated the fact that I did not stop talking for the 3 hours that he was lurking with nobody talking to me. That's me, man. But anyway, that's why I get so I get stuck in like monologues, and if my chat gets quiet, I just start monologuing, and then I don't notice new people. But luckily, I'm using Chatterino, which kind of helps me with that. But thank you for letting me know about the mic, brother. But yes, I did watch Hot D, as we like to call it. And George R. Martin also likes to call it Hot D, which I appreciate. Sounds like a sexual position. Kind of makes me laugh. But how you doing? A vile drink from your skull. I will drink from your skull. I need to get that as a sound alert. No Warband streamer is worth their salt that doesn't have that as a sound alert. I've been saying that for like a year. I still haven't done it. But we haven't really been playing Warband on stream. How are you doing, Rival Viral? That is a very fun name to say, and I hope you hang out, because I like saying Rival Viral. I was going to change my name to Volatile Victory. Because Master Rawl, it's like nobody knows what that means. Master just comes from being a Jedi or a teacher in history, because I'm a history buff. And then Rawl is the first syllable of my real life name, and people call me that in real life, Rawl. Pretty good. We're almost at harvesting season, my lord. It is almost harvesting season. It's been almost harvesting season since 2014 for me. When did you guys start playing Mount & Blade? For me, it was around, I think it was either 2015 or 2014. Somewhere around there is when I first started playing Warband. But I really enjoyed House of the Dragon. I admin for this mod's Discord, so there's been a lot of conversation about House of the Dragon on that, because most people that play this mod are, big fans of Game of Thrones or the books. Some people don't like it. Like one guy was saying he didn't like it because he thought it was too much CGI. It's not the best CGI I've ever seen, but it doesn't make it a bad show just because it's got a lot of CGI. It just means it's got a big budget, right? But I think the acting was amazing. I don't think there was a bad actor in that first episode. Not one bad actor. Not even one mediocre actor. Like every goddamn one of them was amazing. Especially the leads. All the leads are so good. It'll be interesting to see. Well, that's kind of a spoiler, so I won't talk about that. But it'll be interesting to see some other actors showing up in future episodes and what they're able to do. Because at first I was kind of bummed out when I heard when the show's going to take place, because I know the history of that, the Dance of Dragons. Because anybody who's read the books or watched the videos, I went into Game of Thrones blind. Like I had never read A Song of Ice and Fire, so when Game of Thrones came out, it would just like gobsmack me how good it was. And I loved everything about it and how realistic the characters are. Because in fiction, I want my characters to feel real. And George Martin is very good at that. Yeah. I've got all the books. Well, all the ones that have been published. I need to... I haven't read them cover to cover, but I perused the parts that weren't in the show. Like Lady Stoneheart and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, I'm a big fan. We got Nodzak in chat. Hail and welcome, Nodzak. Nodzak is a space pornographer. I always like to tell people that because I really appreciate his cinematics. He doesn't stream on Twitch because he's a heathen and a blasphemer. But that's alright. He likes to do things on YouTube. And we appreciate such things as well. But if you're into space stuff, which I am, I like history, I like space stuff, and the love of a good woman. Or a good man, for that matter. But anyway, go check out Zach on YouTube. He's been doing tutorials for a game called EVE Online, which is a weird-ass MMO. But some people enjoy it. I do. I was playing EVE Online last night. What is my favorite cinematic? I think it's... I really like the Constellation one. That's my favorite. We'll link that one. Live streams, PvE, cinematics. Boop. Nope, not that one. This one. Nice. Copy. No, I don't want to copy image, you weirdo. That's weird. I've never seen it say that before. Boop, boop. Blammo, blacky, blacky. Paste. Anyway, check out Zach. And if any of you guys stream or anything, just let me know. I'll shout you out, hopefully. If I remember. I was playing Mount Blade since 2011. Nice. Though it started at, or you started with Fire and Sword. I've played very little Fire and Sword. Wasn't that all PvP? I played the mods, you know, the ones that took Fire and Sword and turned it into like Napoleonic era. There was a guy called Zed Paolo. He made good mods, and he did a good Napoleonic one. Or no, it was Renaissance. But he took all of his mods down. Luckily, I've got them all on my hard drive, but I think he got salty about critiquing or something and deleted all of his mods. Very sad, very sad. Started on the original MMB in 2008 and haven't stopped since. Still throw like 10, 20 hours into it a week. Nice. You might actually have more hours than me. I've got over 7,000 hours in Warband. And I started in 14, 15. But I've done a lot of like testing, you know, and like building scenes and stuff. I don't really mod. I kind of like tweak, you know, other than some scene stuff. I try to like fix bugs. I made my own sub mod for World of Ice and Fire a couple years ago. That's like the first thing I ever streamed on Twitch. Was my Golden Company sub mod. Basically just allowed me to, you know, utilize their equipment and recruit them, and then some other stuff, but nothing too big. We've got Brandon Dunbar in chat. Hell, welcome, Brandon Dunbar. That dude likes to kill zombies with State of Decay 2. I recommend watching Brandon Dunbar. I am the leader of the fan club of Brandon Dunbar, I believe. Even though he casted aspersions on me, talking trash. I got my eyes on you, Brandon Dunbar. Got my eyes on you.
You are a beautiful butterfly.
You are a beautiful butterfly.
You are loved.
You are loved.
We will follow your channel.
Man, you got all the cool 07 Zach.
So.
Who's that? I don't know who Artagra is. Rush. I know Rushlock. I don't really watch him, but I used to watch him a lot back in the day. Modern. I don't know who Modern is. I know who Master 509 is. God, I hate that. And then Pew Pew is Epic Zared Pew. I don't know them either. Is that you? Because aren't you Epic Zach on Twitch or something? Or no? When you used to stream on Twitch, did you go by Epic Zach or something else? I don't remember. Is a Clash of Kings still being worked on? You'd have to talk to the developer of that one. I think he still works on it, but he only uploads to Steam now, I believe. So you have to use like the Steam Workshop, but he doesn't upload to ModDB anymore. What was that dude's name? Core? Start with a C-O-R. I haven't talked to that dude in years, but he's a very salty boy. I like him. I think he's a cool guy. But he gets super salty on the forum, so a lot of people didn't like him for that. But I think a Clash of Kings is amazing. The only thing I don't like about Clash of Kings, I don't like the anime animations. You know, like the Japanesey animations. I'm not a big fan of those in the most recent Clash of Kings. Oh, his name's like Kozer. It's like Kozer on the forums and on ModDB and stuff. But yeah, you'd have to ask him, man. And then if you want the most up-to-date one, you have to go to Steam Workshop. It's not on ModDB for whatever reason. I think it's because they were limiting him on his gigabytes. Yeah, books are tough to find the time. You know, I used to read a lot. And then YouTube got really good to where, like, you know, I used to read books on history or, like, historic fiction or sci-fi or whatever. But now if I've got the itch to learn about an era of history, there's, like, a YouTube video of it that pretty much summarizes everything that I want to know in 20 minutes, and then it's got cool animations. So I'm with you, man. It's hard to find time to read just because most of my time that I would put into reading is just, like, YouTube. Or my buddies on Twitch or something like that. So I'm with him. They're still pretty good, man. And then Star Citizen is a thing. I couldn't even play Star Citizen the last 2 days. Like, the features were strangling me. And then right before I started streaming, I was trying to PvP with two of my, you know, space buddies. And it was just, we got 30K'd. And then we weren't able to log in. But they're doing some kind of, like, super patch right now to try to fix a lot of the game-breaking shit going on, so they're going to reset all of our characters. We're not going to lose our ships or our money, but they're going to reset all of us, so we're going to lose all of our goddamn relations, you know, with Bounty Hunters Guild and all that, which is a long fucking grind. But, who cares? What are you going to do? It's an alpha. Yeah, we definitely need to do the Saber V3. I would like to do that. State of Decay 2 hits hard with the plague zombies. Oh, yeah. If you like State of Decay 2, you should hang out. We stream it. I stream it often. Definitely follow Brandon Dunbar. He usually streams it like in the the afternoon in East Coast U.S. time. Like, about that time he streams State of Kid 2. He's a really cool guy. Yeah, it's like Raw. Raw's always taken, so I'm always having to come up with modifiers. But back when you were on Twitch, were you still not Zach, or were you like Epic Zach or something like that? Like, I go by Master Raw, but yeah, I probably should have chosen something, because I wasn't really thinking about all the other ways that you could use Master. You know, you got like the slavery thing, the BDSM thing. I never really thought about that. I was looking at it like the Jedi way, you know, like teacher, you know, like Master as in a teacher. But that's what happens when you study history more than, you know, contemporary times. Yeah, you screw things up. You still call Istanbul Constantinople sometimes, you know, things like that. Also, guys, if you still play Warband mods and you're not using the engine WSE2, use the engine WSE2. It fixes all of our woes with the memory crash. You can play on max graphics without any issues. Ship combat, you can actually get like 90 frames per second now. Ooh. So definitely download and utilize WSE2. It is not like WSE from years ago. It's like an engine. It's like a whole engine. It's amazing. If there was a Warband module remade for Bannerlord, what would you pick? Probably World of Ice and Fire. Which is being worked on right now. It's going to be a World of Ice and Fire, the known world. You should join our Discord, or their Discord. I admin for it, but, you know, it's their thing. Bum bum bada bum bum bada bum bum bada bum 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 bum. But this is the Discord. If you ever want to talk about Game of Thrones, Hot D, or the mods, this is a good place to hang out. Good dudes. We believe in freedom of speech, but just don't, you know, say the no words. Then I'll have to time you out. You know how it goes. You can join that, and then just, you know, you can choose a faction, and then we'll give you a role. And then this is mine for my channel. And then I also do like Star Citizen out of this place. If you ever want to hang out with me when I'm not streaming, this is a good place to do it. I think that's my chat, right? Invite invalid, huh? Yeah, what are you gonna do? All my commands and bots broke over time. What are you gonna do? Thought I'd fix this. Alright, generate a new link. Let's see if this one works. Yeah, that one worked. Alright, so now we gotta fix that command of stream elements. Thought I did this like a couple months ago, but it breaks every so often. Alright, now let's see if that worked. Is that the correct one? That is the correct one. Glory be to the Empire. Glory, glory. What about you, Arrival Viral? Which one would you go with? Perisno's also super good. I like Persistent Lord of the Rings. It's an MMO mod for Lord of the Rings. I don't have a PhD in Lord of the Rings. It was never like one of my main fandoms or anything, but those are really nice guys. The servers are in Germany. So if you live in Europe and you like the idea of a MMO warband mod, check out Persistent Lord of the Rings. Really sweet guys run that and play that. Pendor is cool. Prophecy of Pendor is... I prefer Perisno. Like in 2019 or 2020 when Perisno did all that revamping RPG stuff, I prefer Perisno over Prophecy of Pendor. But Prophecy of Pendor is the granddaddy of quality for sure. Granddaddy of quality. Hell of a grind, though. Once you get to like that late game, oof, that's a grind and a half. Just been min-maxing my Kiki for the new sites. Ooh, link me a fit. I just fitted up a Kiki for those sites. I can't find them damn sites. I think I played for 45 minutes. I didn't find one site. I need to go down to like BFE in the south somewhere. Like south of Amar. That's usually a pretty good place to do like high sex sites. Yeah, historically, I don't know about nowadays. What? You used heck? That's a no-no word. Paradigm Worlds, Bannerlord Edition. Paradigm Worlds. Did I ever play Paradigm Worlds? Here, give me a second. Excellent mod if you're high or colorblind. I don't know. Some of those magic mods were kind of like that. Yeah, I can't remember the names of all the magic mods. You know what? There's a cool mod that nobody's ever played, but it's you're basically like a Wraith Lord. You know, you're like a Death Knight. It's so cool. It's unfinished though. The guy who did it he like released it and then never did anything with it again, and it wasn't quite done. But man, it's cool as shit. I really enjoy that that mod. I only played on Halloween, but that's like one that I always bring up to guys who've played a lot. The heck was it called? I still have it somewhere in my modules. It's called Rise of the Undead version 0.3 alpha. That's like all he ever released, and it was like a long time ago, like 2016. So it was 6 years ago now. I should finish that, man. That was such a cool mod. But yeah, now what I do is on Halloween I play that, and then one of the other ones, the ones with like the pumpkin heads and stuff. Blood and Steel's cool. In my Discord Raw, also make sure you have beacons on overview. I think I had beacons on overview, but because I think my overview is probably like a couple years out of date, so maybe those are like beacons that aren't counted with the old beacons. Like, you know how like when new ships come out, as if new ships would ever come out. It's been a very long time. You have to like redo your overview. I haven't done any of that shit. I'm still salty that I lost my original overview, the one that I made myself over like years of tweaking. It got deleted somehow. Fucking broken hard drive. And that was like back before you could save it in game. Excellent mod if you're high. Blood and Steel. I've played Blood and Steel, I believe. I've basically played almost all the mods. Well, you can't say that, because there's mods that are just like basically a guy just kind of like made a sub mod without permission. That happens a lot. Like my favorite Chinese medieval mod was like that. It was a guy who took assets from the 12th and the other medieval Chinese mod, but his was better, you know. The only thing he didn't do is he didn't do the AI mesh, so I spent hours like fixing all the AI mesh for the sieges because I liked it so much. And then he deleted it off of ModDB because people were like, because he didn't know that you couldn't just take assets from mods, because you totally can, right? But ModDB will, ban you if you do that. It's kind of like Bushido. It's a code. It's a modder's code that you don't do that. You can ask permission. Like 1257, the guy who originally did 1257, he'll let anybody do their version of 1257. Like Zed Paulo did a version. He took it down now, but he did a version. Enhanced was a guy that wasn't the original, because I think the guy who did the original 1257, his name was like Doctor or something. I never talked to him, but 1257 is one of my all-time favorites, because 1257, Gecko Kuyo, and A Clash of Kings and a World of Ice and Fire are the ones that made me fall in love with Warband. Yeah. Because Warband, I only would have had 100 hours in Warband, but with the mods, I've got over 7,000 hours in Mount Blade. Because of the mods. Because they all like make it a different game. Yeah. There's a new Gecko Kuyo coming out in September. Their guys been working. I'm excited for that one. Because I love Gecko Kuyo Daimo Edition, but it's buggy. And then, so the new one, Gecko Kuyo, I think Sengoku or something like that, it's planned to come out in September. And those guys look like they were doing a lot of good work. And I love Gecko Kuyo. Like, not only 16th century Japan is cool, but I like the idea of not having shields. as much as you would have in other mods, but armor being effective. Yeah, effective armor, not really shields. Big fan of such things. It's one of my least favorite things about A World of Ice and Fire is how armor doesn't fucking mean anything. It's all made out of wet butter in a dream. That's all right though. It's just a different idea for game design or game balance, I should say. That's what I love about a Clash of Kings. I like that armor works. You know, like, so if you've got like heavy armor, like two heavy knights going at it, they're just like pinging off of each other, barely scratching each other with like swords. So you got to use blunt, and then blunt kind of pierces through it, or piercing. Big fan of that. We'll have to do a Clash of Kings on stream. I don't think I've ever done a Clash of Kings on stream. Not like a proper playthrough. I've done like, you know, little bits here and there. I don't really play Mount and Blade on stream anymore, to be honest with you. I play other stuff. But it's always good to run into other... Because why I started streaming was to find other Mount and Blade players. You know, other turbo nerds into like history of Mount and Blade. Because nobody in my real life really games much anymore. And the ones that do game, they play like, you know, like Hell Let Loose or whatever. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's go head back to our castle of Carthage. Check out our treasury, see what kind of army we can build up. I really need to find more of my companions that I've lost to defeats. Because right now we can only have like a 207's not enough. I need to get up to like into the 3, 4, 500s. If I want to do solo sieges, I really need to be like in the 500s so I can try to get them to surrender. Because in this mod, you really want fiefs to surrender. You don't want to have to fight the proper siege. It's a pain in the ass, and it's bullshit. You lose like fucking 80% of your army to some RNG bullshit. Alright, so we're making 1130. That's alright. I need to start putting my prisoners over there. Even the paid ones. What's the context of that, Rival? You talking about the paid mods? Like, I don't call those mods. That's like DLC. If you're talking about like Viking Conquest is technically DLC. It was going to be a mod. But then they were like, hey, this is so cool. Let's make it DLC. And then they gave them money. And then they made it way better than the mod would have been. Because basically Viking Conquest would have been Brett and Walla Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. But I'm glad they made a DLC because it's way better than it would have been as a mod. Yeah. And it gave all those modders, you know, like, now they're basically game devs. I think they do that full time now too. You know, game devs. But the Blood and Gold was not good. Blood and Gold was a standalone. It's basically a Warband mod, but a standalone game that they sold, and it wasn't very good in my opinion. The concept was cool, you know, pirates during the golden age of pirates in the Caribbean, but it wasn't like finished, you know, and I didn't enjoy it. I bought it, but I didn't like it much. Had some good ideas, and then it had a lot of bad ideas. And it didn't run very well either. I wonder if I could run WSC2 with that. Because if I remember correctly, it was crash happy too, which is a real issue. Especially for a standalone game. That's kind of unacceptable. Alright, what do we have here? Alright. Let's put you in there. Kind of like these Mirrors troopers. Let's keep them around just to kind of see how good they are. Don't need those guys. I need to get him kitted out properly. Alright, let's see if we can make friends with some people. Let's go to House Bane. Iron Islands, Dothraki. Who's at war with Dothraki? Just us, huh? We're not actually at war with them, it's just we're like a -5 or whatever. Alright, so let's go see if we can open up diplomatic relations with the North. Probably can't. Or maybe we've already done it. I don't really know, but we'll try. Who is my best? I think Hagen's got some. Let's send Hagen. All right, so we've got 65,896. Let's go ahead and get a party going. Big one. How much is a big one? 18,000. That might not be worth it. It used to be cheaper and a good deal. Now it's not as good of a deal as it used to be. Alright, let's go ahead and withdraw all of our money out of here. And we'll go make a Valyrian sword, even though I don't think we should make a Valyrian sword, but we will. Alright, let's go see. But it's good to have a patrol so they can go after guys like that. What do we have there? We have 14 Dornish Knights. That's pretty good. That's definitely cheaper than... Like, if I recruited peasants and turned them into Dornish Knights, it would cost me way more than 18,000 stags. Especially, like, the medium spearmen and all that stuff. That's probably, like, 6 figures right there. Alright, we'll let them hell dunk those guys, and then we're going to come over here to Talion, see what they got going on. Alright, let's go ahead and build a mill. And then let's recruit 4 Dornish conscripts. Alright, we could probably do some missions with them. Because the cooldowns in this is long. It's like 2 months in game or something stupid. To do missions. Alright, so there's only like 2 village missions I can really think of in this mod. It's like this one, the cow one, and then maybe one where a daughter is kidnapped, but that one seems to be rare or broken nowadays. It's a lot of fun to watch for me. I haven't really watched it all before you, but I really enjoy it. I love Game of Thrones, but never read the books. Yeah, I haven't read the books cover to cover, but I've perused the parts that weren't in the show. Like, there's a lot of characters that were in the books that weren't in the show. And a lot of it I agree with. Like, Lady Stoneheart should not have been in the show. That would have cheapened the show to have that character in there. Because George originally would write... Well, he wrote books originally. And then he wrote for television, like, back in the 80s. So in some of his writing, he kind of has that, like, you know, stretching storylines on way too long, obviously. But you know how, like, shitty TV creates, like, filler episodes, you know, and they really draw out, like, the parts of the story that you want to see with other crap? Well, the books have a lot of that in it. You know, like, as soon as something gets interesting, George will change over to another point of view. And he does it on purpose, of course. Keeps you coming back. You know, like the whole, like, ending an episode or a season on a cliffhanger, that's like George in spades. But luckily, he's got a lot of quality writing to him as well. You know, that's why his characters feel real to me. Because he also, you know, borrows a lot out of history. You know, so that's why everybody feels realistic, because a lot of them are inspired by people of history. Alright, so we gotta fight 2 peasants, which is not easy, by the way. Especially when you play on hardcore like I do. You know, I have to do manual blocking. And these peasants hit hard. Quit cheating! Man, you are way too good to be a peasant. I need to put some armor on that dude. What the fuck? Broken ass balance. Why the hell am I fighting 2 of them anyway? That doesn't seem fair. I remember 2.0 when Mary still used Tuhu music. Oh, what are you talking about here? 1257 map is too damn big. That was one of my goals, was to conquer 1257's map, and I got about 75-80% of that map, and then I about went insane. Because the amount of grind, you know, to try to do that, and I was even trying to, like, balance, like, what fiefs I would give my lord so they weren't fucking walking all over that map. So I was trying to get, like, basically lord paramounts on the 4 corners of the map, you know. And it was fun game to play like that, but, you know, there's not enough diversity in the scenes and the sieges to where it just doesn't drive you insane. Because I got it to where I had nothing but knights. I had nothing but heavy knights, and I could just F1, F3 any siege. and they would charge in and destroy everybody. Problem is, the size of that map, whenever I would leave an area to go put out fires in another area, the area I left would, go crazy. Which is awesome, because that's exactly the way history was. Like, think about like the Roman emperors, and the generals. They would do that. They would spend all of their time like putting down these rebellions and stuff. And then wherever they were, then the other side of the empire would catch on fire. So it's very similar, but I got close, man, but I was like going insane trying to like conquer that map. It was fun though. I did that for a long time. That was kind of like my like, even when I was at work, I would have Warband open on my laptop, and if I was waiting on a phone call or something like that, I would, play a siege or something. It was fun. I can't believe OG Gekko hasn't been touched in 7 years. Well, modders, they have, their life changes. They get families and stuff. Yeah. I remember 2.0 when Marty still used Tuhu music. Yeah. I've never spoken with the original Gekko guy, because I started in like I think I started in 2015. I think that's when I bought Warband. And then I only played for a couple hours and then stopped playing it for a while, and then came back later with Diplomacy mod, which fixed a lot of the things I hated about Warband. And then that was my first full map conquer, was Diplomacy on Warband. And then I never really played Warband again. I only played mods. Once I found like 1257, Gekko, Clash of Kings, World of Ice and Fire. Lady Stoneheart is a character that's only in the books. I won't tell you who. It's kind of a big spoiler if you've never read the books, but Lady Stoneheart's like one of the characters people are always like, why wasn't this person in the books? And I'm like, because it's retarded. That's why. It's stupid. I mean, maybe it was cool in the books, but I'd have been very upset if Lady Stoneheart showed up in the show. I wasn't that happy that Jon Snow got resurrected, to be honest with you. And if he was resurrected, he should have been like half a white. There should have been, because that was the whole thing about Game of Thrones and why it felt real, is because there was consequences to your actions. Like, look at Snow. Snow was trying to be a paragon. He was trying to be a paladin and do everything correctly and right and just. And what did that get him? It got him murdered. And that's the way real life is, man. You can't just tell people to do things because it's the right thing to do. That's not how humans work. It's hard to be a king. It's hard to be an emperor. You got to keep everybody happy. That's why they were all so paranoid, because one wrong move and boom, you're getting stabbed in the back by a Praetorian guard. Yeah, Snow had the thickest of plot armor. Well, he didn't until he got resurrected, That's, to me, is kind of like when Game of Thrones started to get less good, is like when there stopped being consequences for actions. Like season 7 and 8, we won't even talk about season 7 and 8. It was hot garbage. I mean, there were moments of season 7 and 8 that I loved, like moments, but overall it was like season 8 was so bad. Like every year I would go back and watch all of Game of Thrones, to get ready for the next season, right? So seasons 1 through 6 I've seen 5-6 times each. And then season 7 I've seen twice. And then season 8 I've only watched the one time. And now if I go back and try to even watch like season 1, 2, 3 or whatever, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like all of the plot lines that went nowhere, all the dead ends. It's upsetting. Because, not just, or I didn't just enjoy the show. I enjoyed the lore and then, trying to figure out the mysteries and stuff. That was a lot of fun. And they took that from me. But House of the Dragon's really good. Great acting. Super high quality. For television. I'm a big fan of it. I hope they stick it out. And George is writing for it, so we know it's going to be pretty good. Game of Thrones started to suck after George left. I enjoyed all of Game of Thrones, but it never felt like it had a main character. Yeah, Game of Thrones isn't a one-character show. Usually because you start rooting for a character and then they die soon. But with Jon, he just survived the craziest shite over and over again. He was an anomaly to the show. Right, he was definitely the hero of the show. Jon Snow. They're going to make one with him. And I'm kind of okay with that. And I would have been okay with them resurrecting Jon Snow, because it was shown that people could be resurrected, right? But he should have been like less, he should have been less Jon Snow after that. Like, he should have came back colder, darker, maybe even a little bit of white, kind of like his uncle. You know, he should have been like that a little bit, or a little bit of darkness in him. That would have made more sense. And then the problem with seasons 7 and 8 is that probably should have taken place over like 5 seasons or something. And it needed way better writing for it to make sense. You know, like, because I do believe that season 8 ended the way the books were intended to end. Like, I believe Jon Snow was going to kill Daenerys, all that shit. But the way they did it with really bad Hollywood writing. And that didn't work. You know, they needed to have way better writing, way better scenes. They blew all that money on battle scenes that were dumb as shit. You know, like, the White Walkers should have been more of a thing. The siege was completely idiotic. Even the actors were like, hey, we're fighting like whites that are resurrected dead, and we're going to hide everybody in the fucking tomb with all the dead. Things like that is just bad writing. That wasn't George. That was D&D. D&D are good showrunners, but they're really bad writers. Really bad writers, because they think they're good writers. Like, you can see them. Like, if you watch the video of the actors reading the script for the first time, like the first time the Jon Snow actors reading the part where he kills Daenerys, and you see D&D like, oh, wasn't that cool? Aren't we such good writers? And you can just see everybody like, oh, look at these fucking idiots with their bad writing. Yeah. Like, the actor that played Lord Varys had the best face. Like, after he read the script, he kind of threw it down. Like it was used toilet paper. I love that actor. I'll always love him just for that. And Lord Varys was a tremendous character. Yeah. Because I loved Lord Varys, the character, fucking tight, you know. Like, everybody lost like 30 to 40 points in their IQ when D&D started writing. That was the issue. Because to write smart characters, you yourself have to be pretty intelligent. And I don't think D&D has like the command of the English language like George, or even like the command of humanity to be able to write realistic characters. They write hollow, stupid characters like you see on any TV show in Hollywood. You know, like network level of hollow. You know, all that bullshit commercial television. Bunch of fucking 2-dimensional characters. Man, now y'all got me salty. Bro, you got yourself salty. Silence, inner thought. I'm thinking. Fucking hell. I enjoyed all of it, usually because you start over and over. He was a yeah, he definitely had the thickest of plot armor. Well, everybody had the thick plot armor. You know, the 2 sisters, Daenerys, and then he, up until, you know, last episode. So much unsatisfying. So many story arcs that were unsatisfying. I think my favorite arc was, you know, the Hound. Like, if gun to head, if I had to choose a favorite character, it would be the Hound. The Hound had the best arc, man. Like, he had a glorious arc. And, like, you felt his pain. You know, everybody had pain, right? Like, everybody had fucking bad things that happen. Some more than others, of course. But the Hound, man, that story still gets to me. In every season, there is a scene with the Hound where you're like, God damn. Yeah, I love this guy. Tyrion was my favorite, of course, like most people's, until he fucking lost like 40 points off his IQ. You know, and he stopped being the smart, you know, wily one. And he just turned into a dum-dum like all the other ones. Didn't make any goddamn sense. But it's because he wasn't being written by a master of the written word. He's being written by 2 Hollywood producers, which, you know, aren't good at writing. What are you gonna do? The Hound was, yeah. Sandor Clegane was one of the all-time greatest fictional characters, man. Yeah. I mean, he's up there with fucking Shakespeare's characters, in my opinion. Sandor Clegane, he's a good one. That's why, you know, I always say I don't defend season 8 or 7 or even parts of 6 and 5. I mean, hell, every season had parties. Remember the Sand Snakes? They were hot guard. That whole fucking, that should have been an amazing storyline. Fucking Dorne's cool as shit. The Sand Snakes are cool as shit. The whole idea of it, but they fucking destroyed that storyline. It was hot garbage. Fucking bad pussy my asshole. And those actors were good too. Like that bad pussy actor, she was beautiful and could have been cool as shit, but no, no, no. I even liked how that ended, how Ilaria's storyline ended. You know, with her and her daughter, or her daughter being poisoned in the dungeon. That fucking was heartbreaking, man. That was like, oof. And then you just never saw them again, but you know how it ended. My God, that was fucking crazy. That was another great character. You know, the Sand Snake's mother, or two of their mothers or whatever. Ilaria, that was cool. Because you hated her, right? Because she was a murdering son of a bitch, but it's like she was just kind of fighting fire with fire, I guess. And she definitely got her poetic justice. But that could have been cool, and it wasn't. That's one reason why I would want to go back to the books, is to get like a proper Dorne, because I love the lore of Dorne. You know, never bend the knee. You know, they were fighting against the fucking dragons, and they were able to survive because of the, you know, the smart tactics and strategy that they utilize, that the sand tribes of our real world would use the same thing. You know, like if you live in the desert, use it to your advantage, man. Don't fucking fight, you know, Rome face to face. Goddamn retreat. Let the desert take care of them. Or like the Crusaders, you know, they made the mistake of marching into the desert to try to fight a group. Well, what did that group do? They just retreated, poisoned the wells. Let the desert take care of your enemy. And that's what Dorne did against the, you know, Aegon and all those cats. That's good shit. But all right, guys, I got to call it, man. I got to do breakfast. I got to do some real life stuff. I'll probably be back later this afternoon, or maybe this evening. Are you going to stream tonight, Brandon? I believe you will, right? You usually start streaming like 3 o'clock Eastern Standard. Did I shout you out already? Let me go ahead and shout you out. I think I might have forgot to do that. It's hard to say. I know I shouted out Zach because I have to link his YouTube.
You are a beautiful butterfly.
You are a beautiful butterfly.
Loved.
But I had a great time hanging out with some Warband nerds and some Game of Thrones nerds. Definitely follow the channel and hang out with me later, because I'm gonna push. I'm just gonna play Mount Blade until we finish off Sir Ulrick. All right. Here, I gotta finish off this fight. I can't save here. Hold please. But I'm gonna play until Sir Ulrick is Sword of the Morning. So we won't be playing anything else until that happens. This playthrough's been going for well over a year because we lost his save and had to start over at one point. Nice, well done. Those guys are fucking too fast. Because Sir Ulrick's level 34, and even then I'm like sweating. Like them fucking peasants are going to hell dunk me. We got to do a fight. All right, it's all right. We got to do a fight. How many bad guys are there? A lot of bad guys. Let's go hang out over here, boys. This fight is difficult because they give you all these shitty farmers. So I don't have my troops with me. I've only got a few of them. I don't have all of them. Most mods fix that bullshit because I don't agree with that at all. And these bandits in this mod are not. They're not chumps. These guys are gnarly, especially in close range. I'm trying to get them to expend all of their missiles so they're not throwing them at my buddies. And then I want to hit them from behind. Their cutlasses are very powerful because they do pretty good damage, but they're fast. Their speed's like 130. Their speed used to be like 150 something. That's bullshit. But they don't have good range. Their range is like 55. So if you're on horseback, just kind of stay away from their cutlass. On ground, it's really hard to defeat them because of how fast they are. But yeah, if you're on horseback, use your range. That's why I always use a long weapon on horseback, so I have the range. Like the long A-rack is a great weapon, but I don't like to use on a horseback. I'll use my healing shout. That gives me 30% HP. I don't even know if that works, to be honest with you. But it makes me feel better. Yeah, see how they just hell dunked all the farmers? We start shooting them in their wobbly bits. Because that's what pirates deserve. That murder the small folk. I bet you're really second guessing your life's decisions now, aren't you? Mr. Pirate Man. With an arrow in your ballsack. This is very satisfying. Alright, take care of those assholes. We lost 10 to death, but most of those are going to be the farmers, probably, right? Nah, lost a Lancer. A very expensive Lancer. Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I never take the reward because I just want the relations with the village. Makes recruiting a lot easier. And you'll get like higher tiered troopers, which is good. It's good. Let's go ahead and buy the fur. Another thing you can do, like if you've got a poor town. Alright, so these guys aren't poor, but they're not rich either. But what I could do is I could basically give them money. So how you do that is you buy supplies, right? And then I'm going to sell them this scimitar, right? They don't have much money. But then if I go to buy the scimitar, it's 29, whatever the flip-flop. So now they're going to get more money. And then that'll make them, richer than they were before. So if you, because it takes like fucking forever to try to like get their economy right. But that's a really cheap and easy, or I say cheap. It's not that cheap depending on how much money you have. But basically just do that and then give them money and then they're good to go. Bows have given me PTSD ever since I met the Noldor. Yeah, the Noldor are the strongest archers in any mod, I believe. I can't think of a mod that's... Well, Perizno's got some archers that'll, that'll change your life. But overall, the Noldor are probably the most overpowered, AI soldiers there are. Well, I take that back. The adventurers are. The heroic adventurers, they're actually better than the Noldor, aren't they? For the most part. Because if you take an army of heroic adventurers and you put them up against Noldor, I think the heroic adventurers win. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because you got the male version of heroic adventurers, and then you've got the heroine adventurers, which are like the top tier female ones. And I do believe, because you know how if you go into the dev tools, you can pit armies against each other. I think the heroic guys beat the Noldor. Maybe not in every situation, but... Or like the Twilight Knights. Now, the Twilight Knights might beat heroic adventurers. I don't know. That'd be close. If you attack Elikari and tell me that... Well, the problem with Elikari, though, is you're always outnumbered. You cannot bring your full military might against Elikari, right? You're always outnumbered. That's what makes that so goddamn hard. And they're behind walls and you're not, so you're always at a disadvantage. But if all things are equal, like if you've got 300 heroic adventurers versus 300 Twilight Knights, that's a good fight on an open field. Those, yeah. But yeah, Elikari is a real pain in the ass. That's for sure. Because I think I've taken Elikari with heroic adventurers, towards the end game. You know what I love most about Prophecy of Pendor is that the mercenary contracts actually pay a proper wage. Like, I've had an army of 350 heroic adventurers, and I was a mercenary, and they were covering all my wages, plus profit. That's the way it should be. Mercenaries shouldn't fucking have to, like, pay, like, barely 10% of your wages. That's bullshit. Alright. There's probably not anybody else playing Warband, right? I'm about to find out. Hey, there is. They're speaking something Slavic, though, which is a real issue. Hey, let's go raid my buddy Catcher Freeman. I met him playing Star Citizen. He's a super cool guy. And he tells stories about back in the day. He's an older guy. He's from London. He's a nice guy. I like to chat him up when I'm having, like, my coffee and my breakfast and stuff if I'm not streaming myself. But let's go raid Catcher Freeman. He's a nice dude. Nice dude. It was really good meeting all you new guys today. Don't forget to follow if you want to hang out with me in the future. But you guys have a miracle of a morning, an adventurous afternoon, and an erotic evening, depending on where you're at in this world. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you for that follow, Rival Viral. I hope you and I become good buddies talking about Warband and Game of Thrones. Alright, guys, take care. 07.
I never got shown that kind of love going, like I don't leave nothing alone. I kiss him, like, I can't let him.
Hey, Master Raoul. We raising the point 5? No! No! Oh. No!
Like, it's quite mellow like me.
Alright, well.